All right. This question comes from an officer in Indiana. And the question is so if I stop a car with fraudulent plates, can I search it for the documents to prove ownership, insurance, and so forth? And so here's kind of the context here. So I'm a police officer in Indiana, and the officer stopped a car that was being driven around with some paper plates. Now he ran the plates, and he said that it should have returned as just expired, but it didn't. I don't think it returned at all. So some kind of fictitious, at least reasonable suspicion that the plates are fictitious. Stopped the driver, stopped the vehicle, contacted the driver. And she says, I just bought this car off Facebook Marketplace, paid cash, no title, no bill of sale. The plate came with the car. So the whole thing is a mess, right? And dispatch also notified that the plate was expired in 2020, and it actually, because they did, I guess, an additional search on it, and it was registered for a different vehicle. So the whole thing is fraudulent. The car is likely, unregistered, probably uninsured, and so forth. So we have some probable cause for some violations here. Now the cop is saying, can I search the vehicle for documents, for ownership, any kind of proof that she's in on it, like maybe some other paper tags and so forth, right? Insurance, stuff that proves that it's her vehicle, disproves it, all this kind of stuff. And the answer is absolutely. Absolutely. And there's two reasons why. Number one, the officer kind of mentions one of them, probable cause. So do you have probable cause? Is there a fair probability that more evidence is inside the car that could help you prove or disprove your case? And I think the answer is yes, right? She's saying that she doesn't have anything else in the car, or, the plate came with it. Let's see what else is in the car, right? She says she has no bill of sale. Maybe if there's a bill of sale that's to somebody else, maybe it proves that she stole the car and so forth, right? She knows that she's not supposed to have the car. But also there's this other rationale that's also out there by courts that simply states that when the driver of the vehicle is unable or unwilling, right, to provide any documentation for the vehicle, it is reasonable to search those places where those documents are often held for the paperwork. Glove box, center console, above the visor, little areas where the cup holders are, and so forth. In the trunk, if you can justify it, maybe not, but it's much cleaner if they're in those, especially in those areas where they're under the control of the driver. But the point is, that's another reason, because that's part of, the regulation of vehicles, that you're supposed to be providing this documentation to prove ownership and legality and so forth. So probable cause plus the other case law on the books help justify that. I'd be very surprised if there's a court out there that said that the officer here did not have the right to do a limited search for that paperwork, and in order to move the ball forward. Now, you're probably wondering the same thing. Well, Anthony, what about inventory searches, right? That could work too. But maybe for some reason, the officer does not want to tow the car. Maybe she pulled into her driveway, and there's not really a community caretaking rationale, to tow the car. Maybe we just leave it there. Maybe it's in a private parking lot, and it doesn't. Maybe there's another reason. But if you're going to tow it, then that probably handles the problem as well. But if you're not going to tow it, use those other ones. All right, that's all I got for you. Do me a favor before you get out of here. You ready for it? Hit that like button. Send YouTube a message that you like what I'm doing here, so they put it in front of more cops. Hit subscribe, guys. Right? I put it like 3 videos a week. I'm not going to blow you up on. It's not going to blow up your YouTube, notifications. And finally, hit a comment and/or share with your friends. Let other people know about me. All right, that's all I got for you. Until next time, my friends, stay safe. Thank you.
When it comes to law enforcement training, we are the gold standard. Visit bluetogold.com or call 888-579-7796 to learn more about our training, books, and free webinars. Also, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this channel.